Hey everybody, Mower Mike here. I'm actually on site at an actual used mower buy. And what I want to do is just show you a few things I quickly look at to do an analysis of a non-running used mower to understand if I want to mess with it or not. First thing to look at is the model, of course. This one being John Deere. Anything John Deere green gets a premium if you try to sell it. So John Deere is always a good one. Husqvarna. I would stay away from any of the cheaper ones like MTDs, Poulons. You know, they're just not worth anything. So we got a good model. Now, the very first thing I look at mechanically is you want to look at the transmission. Now, it's not going to start, so you can't actually get it and run. But what you can do is first test to make sure it'll go in neutral. So you pull the neutral lever out, push it forward, backwards. Okay, so it goes into neutral. Then pop the neutral back in and push it again. And you can feel that resistance of it being in gear. What happens is as these hydrostatic transmissions go out, they'll always feel like they're in neutral. And so that's a major sign that you don't want to mess with this thing. So those hydrostatic transmissions are not cheap, and I don't like messing with them, to be honest with you. Next, being a John Deere, they have a problem with the gas tank, especially these L series mowers. And this is a D series, so a D120, where the gas tanks, they just crack, they're pressed together. So this one, when I'm looking underneath, you'll see there's a little hole down underneath here. And you can actually see this one actually has the replacement gas tank already in it, which is really cool. That's a $160 gas tank fix. So that's a huge point on these John Deeres, and we'll go through the gas tanks. Next thing to look at, come around, look at the deck. You know, you're not gonna get a big detail analysis, but what you can check is to make sure that the welds aren't cracked, the welds aren't broken. And that's really all you're looking at. Everything else on the deck mechanically we can fix, spindles and whatnot, but you don't want that deck to be actually broken. All right, seat. You know, the seat looks horrible, but to be honest, it's such a quick and easy fix. I'll show you guys. Seats just get you a discount, so just take it for what it is. I mean, this seat is actually probably a $100 discount off the price of this mower. Now let's look underneath the hood. All right, so this one's got the Briggs & Stratton 2-cylinder motor, which is a great motor. This is about a 20 horse. Now the first thing I look at these motors is to do a quick check of compression. Now we're not going to hook up an actual compression tester, but what you do is you spin the top and you want to feel it tighten up. That means there's compression on one cylinder, and a couple more, and then you tighten up again and you feel it's got compression. So it's got some sort of compression. So hopefully the internal motor parts are good. Then you want to check the oil. This one has just a touch of oil on the end of the dipstick there, which, you know, it's got some oil in it, so that's good. That is a warning sign, but as long as it has compression, we might be okay. Next, the air filter. Now you see this one's actually missing the cap. That's a major warning sign. Some people, they don't even put air filters on here. I've seen people put foam in here, dryer sheets, all sorts of things. And then once these things run without an air filter, they suck in all that dirt. They can trash the motor. But it's not going to be a non-stopper for me on this one. It's such a good model. You got a good motor on it. I think it's good. Next, electronics. Well, we're missing the whole battery, so there's not much you can do on that. But it doesn't look like a rat came in here and ate the wires. Looks like everything's hooked up. You'll see some redneck engineering sometimes on the wire harness. So that's a major sign. So those are the major things I look at. You know, you can do that in about a minute. Check the transmission, check the compression on the motor, and then just check the model. And for this one, you know, to be honest, I paid $280 for it. Typically, I try to get this mower under $200, but since I want to fix it for everybody, and this is going to be a fun one to fix, I went ahead and paid a little premium on it. And the last thing to look at is who are you buying this mower from? Now, I bought this mower from a fellow who's of Southern descent, and he looked like he was a mechanic. He had tons of old cars in the driveway, which is a major warning sign, because usually anybody that's mechanically inclined has already tried to fix these lawnmowers, and there's usually something larger wrong with them versus, you know, the 40-something-year-old dad that has kids running around and has got a mower with a clogged carburetor. This one's going to have more problems based on who I bought it from. But, you know, running the YouTube channel, this one's going to be fun to fix. So I hope this helps. Just some quick tips to look at when you're buying a used lawnmower. And stay tuned, and we'll go ahead and fix this old baby up and get her running like a top. So with that, please subscribe, and Mower Mike's out.